Hello, everybody. How you guys doing again? It's 2:03 p.m. It's July 22nd. It's Wednesday afternoon, and this is Anonymous Mando'Ade Network presents Gray Jedi TV. Okay, now this is going to be a really. I want to make this broadcast, as a talking piece amongst all viewers and also subscribers. Now, socialism, fascism, Marxism, and communism are very similar, but in different ways. Now, the first casualty of socialism is like any kind of war. The first casualty is truth and the voice. Okay, now, thing is, when you look at socialism, what is it? It's the state controls everything. Free, there's no speech, there's no anything, no radio, no TV. Everything's controlled by TV, radio, medicine. Everything's controlled by the state. Your vehicle, public transportation, hospitals, stores, radio, TV, controlled by the state. Okay, that's what's happening in Ukraine. Okay, now Zelensky took over the radio and TV because any dictator does not want any negative spout about them. Okay, Israel raided a Palestinian radio station because why? They didn't want any Palestinian to speak negative about Netanyahu and Israel. Well, this way, I'm sorry. I want to apologize. I criticize Israel and Netanyahu all the fucking time. Nothing happens to me. Nothing happens to me. Why? Because in this country we have freedom of speech. Okay, we have freedom of speech. Some may think, oh, why are you speaking so negative about this person or that person? Because I have an opinion. I have freedom of speech. Okay. Now, if you all remember back during the COVID, right? CV-19, right? COVID-19. If you spoke against COVID, the NIH, the WHO, which is the World Health Organization, anything, here on YouTube or any other platform, you would be hit with a policy violation, right? Now, even if you mention the 2020 election, you get hit with a violation. You got hit with a violation. Yeah. You got hit with a violation. How dare you speak about the 2020 election results or against it? Because we have freedom of speech, right? Now, the thing is, you cannot sit there or stand there and get mad because somebody had an opinion, someone had an idea, someone had a thought, right? Oh my God, they had an opinion, they had a thought. Oh my God. Now, the thing is, we all have that right, okay? Now, dictatorship. What is dictatorship, okay? For example, Hitler, Mussolini, Mao Zedong, Stalin, right? Ferdinand Marcos, okay, Castro, okay, they were dictators, right? Kim Jong-il, his dad, dictator. Right? So here's the thing. We're in 2026, right? 2026. Right? Now, these little snowflakes, they want to bring in socialism. Why? Because they want the state to take over everything. Everything. Even your life. Even your life. Because they don't believe that you have a right to live as you see fit. Okay. I have a right to live as I see fit because why? I live in the greatest country in the world. The United States, the United States of America. Right? You got these dumbasses who are the Socialist Democrats of America. Fuck them. Fuck them. Fuck them. So the thing is, socialism and dictatorship go hand in hand. So does communism. So does nationalist socialism. Marxism. Marxism is basically the fitting of all three of fascism, socialism, and communism, all within the one Marxism. Karl Marx studied all three. He thought, yeah, I want to combine all three and make my own shit. Well, here's a guy whose dad gave him money for school, right? This son of a bitch wasted on booze and bitches, right? Karl Marx wasn't a very smart guy at all, in my opinion. He was a fake guy, very, very, very fake guy, very, very fake. And he thought, if I could create something like fascism, communism, socialism, I could probably change history. He did, in a way. But what does Marxism actually mean, really? Absolutely fucking nothing. You know, you got dictatorships who wants to control everything. The press, right? The press, radio, right? Freedom of speech, right? Create a spy network within the community. Create a spy network within the community. The Stasi did that. The Stasi did that in East Germany. They made people spy on each other. Kind of like the modern day see something, say something. Yeah. You see something, say something. That's pretty much saying we want you to spy on your fellow neighbor. We want you to spy on your fellow American, right? We want you to we want you kids to spy on your parents. That's communism, socialism bullshit, right? Maduro, who's socialist but also a dictator, he controlled everything in Venezuela. Everything. Stores were empty. There were no medicine for sick people. Nothing. That's socialism and a dictatorship, you know. For example, Nikolai Ceausescu. He was a communist. The guy idolized Stalin. The guy idolized Lenin. Okay. This guy was a communist monster. He made Stalin and Lenin Boy Scouts, choir boys, you know. This guy made Romania the most tyrannical region ever, man, you know. This for 20 plus years, this guy was a fucking dictator, big time, man. 2 fucking decades, right? He made things about him. His wife knew nothing, but yet she was the ambassador of science, which she knows nothing about. She had no degree in anything except bullshit, you know. His wife was following her husband's tail. Whatever he said, she agreed with. You know, that's what dictatorship is. Now, you hear people on news panels saying, "Oh, Trump's a Hitler. He's a dictator." Let me explain that. It's nothing more than name calling, like a bunch of fucking kindergartners. Okay, and they got college dumb shit saying, "Oh, Trump's a Hitler. He's a dictator." Motherfucker, you're all being indoctrinated in bullshit, man. You're all being indoctrinated in bullshit, man. You know, and so when you read something, understand it. You know, what's communism? Okay, look. First, okay, here. What is socialism? Okay. Socialism is an economic and a political system where the means of production, like factories, land, and major businesses, are controlled, are owned and controlled by the people, the public, the state, let me start over here. Socialism is an economic and political system where the means of the production, like factories, land, and major businesses, are owned and controlled by the public, the state, and the workers rather than private individuals. In practice, socialism usually means more shared ownership, less emphasis on private profit, greater government involvement in economics. Policy aim to reduce inequality. There are many forms of socialism, from democratic socialism to never more. There are more forms of socialism, from democratic socialism to more state-centered versions. AOC is a democratic socialist. Bernie Sanders is a socialist himself. That's why he says, we need to go at the menace and banners. Go fuck yourself, dude. Yeah. In practice, socialism usually means more shared ownership, less emphasis on private profit, greater government involvement in the economy. Policies to aim at reducing inequality. There are many forms of socialism, from democratic socialism to more state-centered versions. That's what socialism is. But also, that means, okay, that means too, controlling of speech, radio, TV in Ukraine, right? Ukraine. Maduro controlled everything in Venezuela as well, even radio and TV. Zelensky He took over radio and TV. Why? Because dictators do not like anything negative said about them. Dude. And Trump is the same fucking thing. If he doesn't like anything said about himself, he would turn back. Like for example, Nancy Mace, Lauren Boebert, Marjorie Taylor Greene. He went after them because they wanted to release the Epstein files. Why? So he pretty much went after them. Ego, arrogance, and stupid shit. Oh, I love Lauren Boebert, man. Holy crap, dude. Oh, man. But I really love Laura Loomer Moore. Oh. I sound like Homer Simpson after a taco. Oh. But yeah, I mean, the thing is, socialism is a economic death penalty. That's what it is. Socialism is a economic death penalty, and it is what it is. It's a economic death penalty. And not just that, but the first thing that goes first is the truth and everything else. And everything else. So I mean, it's just that if y'all realize, we have all these freedoms, man. Freedom of speech, freedom of religion, freedom of the press, like if you had a radio in Nazi Germany, right? You would be hauled off. You'd be hauled off for violating the Führer's order. Because you had a radio. You were listening to something else besides him. I would love the enjoyment of shooting the bastard myself. I would love to shoot Hitler in the head myself, but why did you say that? Because this was 80 years ago. Okay? 80 years ago. This is 2026, okay? I would love to put a round in Hitler's head. Or no. I want us to go through his heart if I did it. But I can't, but I could say it. But he's threatening a historical world leader who allegedly ended his own life, but ended up found in South America, dying of old age in saggy blue balls. The fuck, dude? Hitler's dead, Stalin's dead, Mussolini's dead, FDR's dead. The fuck? But we all have a right to an opinion, right? If somebody don't like your opinion, they can take you to court over an opinion, right? Yeah. They can take you to court over an opinion that is not worth it just opinion. Not taken seriously, right? Now, the person that could be suing you over that, like, they themselves could take it seriously, even though you're taking your opinion not seriously. It could be like a joke, but a joke not taken seriously, man. It's like, I would like to put my boot up George W. Bush's ass. For real? No, it's a joke. It's a joke. Do I want to do it? No. Why? Because I got better things to do than take my right foot and plant it up George Bush's ass up to the kneecap. I got better shit to do than that. Why? Because he's fucking boring. He's boring. He's fucking boring, dude. Obama's boring. Biden's boring. Trump's boring. Clinton's boring. They're all boring, dude. These are guys who are in their fucking 70s, man. Like, dude, or 80s. Fucking retire, dude. Enjoy your peacetime. Stay away from the TV because you don't mean shit no more, man. You don't mean a goddamn thing to anybody anymore. Because why? Because you weren't meant anything anyway to begin with, you fucking bastard. I shared a picture of Joe Biden farting while being a Walmart greeter. Yeah, here I'll show you guys. I did this. This is Joe Biden farting as a Walmart greeter. A friend of mine saw that. He just died laughing. So, yeah, I did that. I did that. Here, I'm going to do another one. The word of the day is... Okay, what picture am I going to do? Okay, photo. The word of the day is fuck dust. Okay, I'm going to share that. The word of the day is fuck. The word of the day is fuck dust. Okay, I'm going to share that on YouTube. The word. Okay, upload it. And I'm going to go back to CapCut, share it. Okay, I just went to this channel. The word of the day is fuck dust. The sad little crumbs left after you've given your last fuck, and shook the container upside down just to check. Nothing comes out, not even a sprinkle. You used to care. Now you just blink slowly and say, oh no. Anyway. The sad little crumb. The word of the day is... I mean, that is political humor right there, man. Take a picture of Joe Biden as a farting Walmart greeter and add it to fuck dust. That's humor. And let's see here. That'll be my opening to the Great Jedi TV. And so Yeah, I mean, the whole thing, dictators, politicians, anybody who's in power, even law enforcement, they don't like things said about them because they think, oh, wow, I'm a politician. What do I do next? I don't know. Do your fucking job, please. If you're a cop, oh my God, I can't believe I'm a cop. What should I do? Your fucking job, dumbass. Law enforcement is nothing more than a bunch of minions for the state, for the state. Um, there will always be dumbasses. Bad apples is too easy to say. Dumbasses is more like it, really. More like it. Dictatorship, for example, you got, let's see, Stalin, Hitler, Mussolini, Ceausescu, Ferdinand Marcos, um, shit. There's others, that Zelensky's a dictator now. Netanyahu's a dictator. I mean, if think about what Hitler did when he started his shit, exactly the same thing that Netanyahu's doing now. He wants to invade every country, bomb things, starve people, kill people, whatever it is, because he wants to create a Israeli empire. Well, guess what, dude? Your empire died when you were born, dude. You think? I mean, who in the hell will want to live in a Israeli imperial nightmare? I don't think any Jew, any Jew or any Palestinian would want to live in that. No, no. Catch the guy, put him in cuffs. Because we all know that the CIA do not trust Mossad, man. Do not trust Mossad, man, at all. I say we all go analog, right? Go analog, since Israel wants to merge both agencies and our military. No, because that's the best. Because that is what. Oh, shit. This is what BB Netanyahu wants because he wants control even of our shit. I say knock the guy off. That'll make me fucking happy. Shit. But I can't say that because I would be violating YouTube's community guidelines and shit. What the fuck, man? Okay, look, it's an opinion. If you don't like it, change the fucking channel, asshole. Look, I have an opinion like everybody else. Some may not like it. That's fine. I don't care. Some may be like, well, it's not a bad idea, but I'd rather see one of his own do it. Then I agree. Charge the guy, lock him up, put him on trial, convict the son of a bitch, sentence him to life with no parole. Now, here's the thing. The U.S. government cannot sanction the ICC. No country has the balls to sanction the ICC. The International Criminal Court cannot be sanctioned by a government body. The ICC is international. You cannot sanction a court. It's like you cannot sanction the Supreme Court or the Superior Court or a district court because you want to save your dumbass friend from being locked up because he's a war criminal. That does not how it works, man. If you really want to isolate Israel and punish Netanyahu, you bring in Lebanon and Iran into NATO. Okay, they do. Why? Because that would, if Netanyahu wants to attack him again, Lebanon and Iran has allies. So Netanyahu would really rethink his shit and realize if you attack a NATO ally, you're going to have a few NATO allies at your doorstep ready to stomp your head into the ground. So Turkey is a NATO ally. So that means if Israel goes to attack Turkey, that means Turkey would have some allies coming to Netanyahu's doorstep, probably make him rethink his shit, and then probably stomp his head in the ground militarily. Because if you refuse to listen, then maybe a few NATO allies be at your doorstep, each wearing a steel-toed boot and plumbing it up your ass up to the kneecap about 1,000 times. Okay? So if the thing is, I'm going to copy this and I'm going to put this. Okay. Because the thing is, if a NATO ally is attacked by a non-NATO member, that means Netanyahu is asking for a straight up bomb on his house from a few NATO members. And Trump would have to really understand that, look, saving your buddy Netanyahu ain't going to save your seat either, because you would be a how you say it? You would be an associate. You would be how you say how you say it conspiracy. You'll be, because the thing is, every member of the military said, "Look, this is a bad idea. No, bad idea." And Hegseth fired all of them, including a couple of jack lawyers. And I tell you what, yeah, if Netanyahu goes down, guess who's going to go with him? Trump. As conspiracy to commit mass genocide in Iran and Lebanon. That means it'd be the first time that a U.S. president would go down as a conspiracy. Since he's buddies with Netanyahu, because his daughter married a Jew. Yeah, because she married a Jew, and who has ties with Netanyahu. And Albania seized Jewish properties, man. Albania seized Jewish property. It's getting bad for Netanyahu as well, because support for Israel is dropping like a bag of like 1,000 tons of bricks all at once. Jewish, like for example, pro-Jewish Democrats and Republicans are losing their seats. They're losing their seats. APAC, I want to see APAC dissolved. Okay, I want to see APAC dissolved. Okay, APAC is kind of like CARE, a domestic terrorist organization, as I see it. And even people in Israel, they're like, dude, lock this cocksucker up. Netanyahu is the serial killer of peace, man. Nobody wants, look, Israel's a very small state. Palestine has the right to be a state as well, but who's blocking that? The United States. Why? Because the government of the United States, it has its head up Israel's ass. I say, fuck Netanyahu, fuck the IDF, fuck the Israel state, man. Not the people, but the Israel state. Fuck them all. Fuck AIPAC. Fuck Trump, dude. What has the guy done for us now, recently? Nothing. He wants Greenland. He wants Cuba. Why? 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 No. Leave Cuba alone. Greenlanders are fine. They rather stay Greenlanders to begin with. They're happy. They're happy. They rather be Greenlanders than Americans. Plus, they're under the protection of Denmark. Hey, President Orange Fat Ass, I hope you understand your history. Like you said, he said, it don't matter if they sailed the ship 500 years ago. I'm going to take Greenland. Hey, President Trump, fuck you. Okay? Fuck you. You ain't touching Greenland. And you ain't surely ain't going to touch Cuba. Asshole. Your first term, you did what you could. But now these days, you haven't really done much. You lied through the press that, oh, Iran broke the deal. No, you broke the deal, motherfucker, on behalf of Israel and Netanyahu, your butt buddy. The people of Greenland want to stay Greenlanders. And plus, whether it was 500 years or not, Greenland is under the protection of the Crown of Denmark, you cocksucker. So go fuck yourself. Right now, I want to be pro-Cuba and pro-Greenland. If you ain't down with that, we the people got 3 words for you. Go fuck yourself. All right, folks, my name is Reverend Ordo, and this has been Great Jedi TV. If you're new to this channel, like, subscribe, comment below, hit the bell for notification. Always be healthy, well, and wise. I love you guys. All right. I'll see you in the next broadcast on the Anonymous Republican Network on Thursday, on Friday evening, 4:30. All right. Peace out. Godspeed. Buddha bless.